You know, first off, I think it's pretty simple. The best team won today. They executed better than we did. If you go back and look, they blocked us better than we blocked them. They got off of blocks better than we got off of blocks. They covered us better than we covered them. They made better throws. Made plays at wide receiver. They had one-on-one plays, made some. We didn't. You know, they got off the field on third down. We didn't. So it's pretty simple. And Lord knows we got a long ways to go and got to improve. And I think our kids improved as the season went. You know, we had a couple of guys that got injured late that probably didn't help us offensively, and really struggled to protect the quarterback. But you know, I think you just got to give Vanderbilt credit. They deserved to win. They outplayed us.
Questions?
Talk about the trouble that Shermer gave you throughout the game.
Well, you know, he got the ball out of his hand, made a couple of good throws. They made some good catches too, but you know, threw the ball in the flat and we didn't tackle him 4 times. You know, so you know, he basically took what we gave him and allowed their guys to make plays, and they did.
Austin.
Jeremy, talk about how the offensive scheme coming in. It didn't seem like you guys worked the middle of the field that much. Was there a reason why?
The middle of the field?
Yeah, the middle of the field.
Well, you know, we're banged up at wide receiver. You know, Jawan's been kind of, you know, not as full speed, you know, for the last couple of weeks, and he's really tried to push through. You know, and Quez was down a little bit this week, so we tried to keep a plan that we could execute. We lost Niehaus on Tuesday and then lost Jameer the first half. So, you know, to throw the ball down the middle, you gotta protect a little bit, and we tried to get the ball out of our quarterback's hands.
You guys had some success running the ball early, obviously tied, and even Tim kind of broke off a big run. Would you have liked to kind of maybe stick with the run a little bit more early in the second half? You guys got away with it, I think, for a couple drives there in a row.
Well, you know, we ran the ball. You know, the first drive, the second time we got the ball, and the quarterback pulls the ball for a 5-yard loss. So now we got 2nd and 15. So, you know, in hindsight, you can go back and say we could have done this or could have done that. I mean, to me, there's balls in the wide receivers' hands that their DBs knocked down, and there's balls in their wide receivers' hands that our DBs didn't knock down. You know, so it don't take many of those balls that go that way, and we didn't make a play.
David.
How would you describe your involvement in offensive play calling today compared to the other 11 games?
Offensive play calling?
Yeah, how would you kind of describe your involvement today versus the other 11?
Ain't no different than it's ever been.
Wes.
Did you get the sense the past couple of weeks that this team had just, I don't want to say run out of gas, but maybe didn't have as much in the tank? I mean, I know football teams in November, everybody's sore, everybody's tired, but with some of the depth issues, did you feel like this team was struggling in that way?
You know, you can call it what you want to. We ain't finished very well in November in a long time, okay? So this is the first year I've been here. I thought we played the first 2 weeks. We done a good job and competed pretty hard until we had some turnovers against Missouri, who was a good football team. You know, today we didn't execute very well defensively, had bust, didn't tackle very well. I think it was evident. You know, there's probably 3 third downs that they throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, and there's a guy from me to you, and we don't touch them, so they run for first downs. You know, so, but you got to give Vanderbilt credit for that. I mean, we got to tackle the guys. You know, we got to get open. We got to be able to run the football. So I don't know if that's being tired. I just think it means they done better than we did.
Blake and Corey.
Jeremy, how do you think all their pre-snap motions and kind of misdirection affected the defense?
I mean, you know, guys, I coached against this same offense last year, running the same calls last year as we ran today. I mean, I guess it affected us. I don't know. I mean, you show it to. I mean, so a guy goes from right here to right here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it did affect us. I don't know.
Corey.
Coach, what disappoints you most about the last 2 weeks and the way the team played this season?
Well, the most disappointing thing is lack of fundamentals on both sides of the ball. That's coaching. You know, probably not getting our players in a better chance to have success, you know. But it's like I told the guys in there, you know. I mean, and it is what it is. If you look at because everybody's got jumbotrons, right? So they run the ball between me and this bottle. And there's a guy blocking here, and somebody's blocking me, and you know, you're going to get fitted up. If I give you the pen and you can draw the offensive line play, you know, you can fit everybody up. Somebody has to get off and make plays, you know. They did that to us. We didn't to them. You know, it's pretty simple. They caught contested balls. We didn't catch contested balls. They tackled in space. We didn't tackle in space. It's pretty simple.
I think y'all knew going into the season that with the line of scrimmage, you know, maybe there wasn't a ton of size there. There's some things you had to overcome. How much further does this program have to go on the line of scrimmage, kind of with developing guys and getting some bigger guys and just having more depth and having a better chance up front? Well,
but I mean, we've got to take the guys that are in our football program. You know, I thought over the season we learned how to practice. I mean, we improved tremendously how we practice. But you should have seen us in the spring. I mean, from where we were at, there was nowhere to go but up. You know, so and we made a lot of strides doing that. You know, we still don't have competition. I mean, we don't have competition at certain positions. So you're either going to play somebody or we're going to play nobody, basically. We've got to recruit to where we can recruit some depth, to where we get competition. And when we do that, we'll get better in a hurry, you know. So I think if a young man wants an opportunity to have a chance to play in the SEC really early, this would be a good place to start.
Vince?
Coach, how would you describe the missed opportunity to not be able to get all those extra practices and develop? And then what's sort of the plan moving forward, the schedule now to get you to that first signing day?
Well, you know, first of all, we just need to win a game. You know, we need to win a game. The extra practices, you know, that obviously you're going to get better if you do get to practice, but you know, we got to take what we got. So we need to go back and finish well in the classroom and start our off-season conditioning, you know. So I don't know. This is new for me.
Jesse?
Jeremy, you talked a lot about this season about the team getting better and better in practice. Is that going to be the challenge, I guess, this offseason and kind of going into next year, is figuring out how to translate that to Saturdays? Seeing what you see on Wednesdays and then bringing it to the field on Saturdays?
Yeah, well, first of all, last spring, we done the best we could do for spring practice, the best we could possibly do, okay? It was about as far away from a real spring practice as you can possibly get, but they thought it was something. We got a long ways to go. We will have enough bodies this spring to have a real spring practice, you know, so that'll make us better. All right, we'll have competition. We'll have to fight. You have to, you know, things that you do on the football field every day, you know. So, you know, we had 5 O-linemen at one point in time in the spring, you know. So it's hard to go out there and run 22 bodies together, because when you lose one of those guys, you don't get another one. So.
Do you feel like you grew and progressed as a head coach from the spring until now, or is it hard to kind of see that this close to the end?
I'm sure when we go back and do quality control over the entire season, there's tons of things that I can improve on. I think probably the first year to the second year when you get a new staff together is probably the biggest improvement that you see. So we'll have plenty of time to obviously do that. So we'll start working on it tomorrow.
Any more questions? David, last
When you
one.
look at getting outplayed today, is there anything that you jumped out at you as to why you felt like that was happening today?
Why?
Just getting outplayed.
I don't know. Our runners couldn't get away from their tacklers. Our tacklers couldn't get their runners on the ground. Our DBs couldn't cover their wide receivers, but their DBs could cover ours. I don't know. What do you think?
Austin, last one.
Coach, you talked about having players that were self-driven and pushed each other. Didn't have that early. Did you see that develop over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we got a few guys that you know are working hard to improve. You know, we just got to get competition. You know, got to get competition. When a guy don't practice the right way, you need to have somebody else to put in. You know, if a guy don't play the right way during the game, you need to have somebody else to put in. You know, and what happens is if you got competition, you fix all these things in spring ball and fall camp and all that because there's only one way to do it. You know, and you create the right habits. You know, so hopefully we'll have some guys that continue to develop and we can create some good competition to improve as a team.
Thank you, Coach.